Are we good? Are we live? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream here at Nerd Ventures Tower. Is this thing working? Man, YouTube's been so whack this week, man. Hopefully, we're actually live. Do you guys actually see me? Are we good? Are we okay over here? What is up, everybody? Welcome to another stream, man. We're gonna be talking about crazy things Tom Hardy said about Venom 3, the possibility of more Venom in the future. Now, look, I want to say we do have the chat right now, but we have the chat in members only mode. The only reason we have that on today is because I don't want to discuss the Venom 2 post credit scene that has been leaked out there that we did talk about yesterday in a stream. And you might say, wait, what? Somebody's chatting that's not a member? What? The mother-loving love of mothers is going on. Are we not in members-only mode? What the fuck happened? Okay, well, looks like YouTube's doing its thing, being awesome again. So anyways, we're definitely not in members-only mode. We're definitely just doing our thing here. Look, here's the deal. Just don't spoil that shit. And you might say, like, okay, how are you going to talk about what Tom is saying yesterday without spoiling the scene? And here's the deal. The scene with, I'm going to be as non-spoilery about and vague as I can be about this post-credit scene. The post-credit scene, we don't even know what it fully means. We don't even actually know what happens verbatim in that scene. We only have like bits and pieces and what people are talking about. And there's one thing that it's kind of hinting at that, yeah, it's like, okay, maybe that thing's going to be a thing. But we don't have to spoil the actual scene. Okay, we don't have to do any spoilers or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna, yeah. Fly casual, everybody. And yeah, I'm in the members only section of the tower. We're just doing a lot of work in the tower these days, and so I was like, let's just fire it up. I'll just stream from here, man. I'll stream from here. I might teleport over to the theater as well when we go over some of this stuff. But just freaking relax, okay? Just everybody relax. Kendall says, I'm not gonna watch it anyways. I bet there's some people that feel that way for sure. Either way, smash the like button, guys. We're going to get into this. I want to talk about the possibilities of Sony doing some Spider-Verse stuff. The man himself teased it out. And so I want to go over that, talk about it with you guys, see what you guys feel about all of this. Like I said, we don't even fully know what the F is going on. We don't even fully know what's going to be the explanation for the different Spider-Man in No Way Home. Are they actually going to be in the movie? What if they're not in the movie? Wouldn't that be terrifying to people like me? Yeah, it would be. Answer is yes. So, bro, turn back members only chat, bro. Yeah, I probably should. No love for the Broke Ventures. I love the Broke Ventures. It's just there could be some trolly people that come in that want to spoil stuff. That's all I'm saying. So, look. Hey, look. You heard I'm in the post-credit scene? Okay, look. I don't want to spoil anything, okay? But I will say this real quick. I am confirmed to be the Punisher in the MCU, and I'm in the post-credit scene of Venom as the Punisher. So yeah, that's real. That's real. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's talk about Venom 3, Tom Hardy, teasing out Spider-Man and multiverse possibilities in the next movie. We'll go over this. We'll go over this together. And then, yeah, I just want to chat. I want to ask you guys a couple of different things that you're feeling, etc., okay? So, Marvel Studios is enjoying a great run of success thanks to the weekly releases of What If and the overwhelmingly positive theatrical run for Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. And yeah, I think Shang-Chi's still holding really, really strong, doing very well. The latter's accomplishments are even helping the movie industry back into prominence as a whole. Best seen with Sony Pictures pushing the release date for Venom Let There Be Carnage up by 2 weeks. Tom Hardy is set to bring back Eddie Brock. Okay, look, I just want to get into the juice, okay? Here's what he did. He was speaking to ET Canada, which is so funny to me because ET Canada gets a bunch of great stuff. Have you guys ever been around when we've talked about ET Canada? For some reason, they were getting a bunch of scoops about Rise of Skywalker and doing a bunch of Rise of Skywalker stuff. What's up with ET Canada? Who do they know? Anyway, in broad terms, Hardy looked at how each movie in a potential threequel has to use its own infrastructure to make the story work and how the following movies built on what was successful in the previous outings. I'm going to sneeze. Hold up. Oh, just one. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's what he said here. He says, I think you've got to always look at with these things that come in threes at the moment. If they progress further, then it's normally the initial blocking of the infrastructure or a set of franchise movies will be 1, 2, 3, and done. So when Venom 1 was presented, it was successful with the 2, and if that was successful with the 3, so one has to look at the whole overarching option. After setting the standard for the character, the process then turns to putting them on a journey and looking for new ways to go bigger from movie to movie. He says, first you establish a character, then if people like it, then you get to take them on a journey. I think that's fair. Obviously, Carnage is Carnage. He's a high priest in that aspect of the arcana of these characters. It's like, wow, you've got to go bigger or you go lateral and build the world you continue to unpack. Hardy went on. By the way, let's just stop for a second. Put a 1 into the chat if you think this dude's been having conversations with one Kevin Feige. Because, like, dude, this sounds like some Kevin Feige talk to me. You know what I mean? And Tom would be that kind of dude that would be super, super involved, that would have discussions, that would be sort of thinking about these kind of things, planning these things out. Put a 1 into the chat if you think this man has been having some conversations with Kevin Feige. Because this sounds very Kevin Feige to me. He went on to tease the existence of the Venomverse alongside the widely popular Spider-Verse, mentioning plenty of canon and lore and mythology that could be explored in the future. Teasing the potential of having the right people and the right planning, Hardy seemed excited where a third Venom movie could take the anti-hero. Okay, so this is where he said here, this is kind of the juicy stuff. There's a Venomverse, you know, there's a Spideyverse, there's a multiverse, there's all kinds of canon and lore and mythology to explore, both laterally and forward in time. I think with the right people and the right planning and feedback from the audience and understanding, it's about making the right choices at the right time, even with foresight and understanding where things may all or go already or they wish to go. It's a combination of all of that alchemy of what it will be. Okay, so I think personally, and this is just, you know, speculation, right? Like, let's get into the, let's speculate all over this, right? I think that Tom has obviously been someone very, very interested in getting his character in the wider MCU. I think that's totally fair to say, and I think that even from the beginning, this was something that Tom had talked about. He talked about Venom versus the Avengers. He talked about, you know, Spider-Man, wanting to get Spider-Man in there, et cetera, et cetera. This has been a big thing for him. And I think that we must realize here, guys, that Tom... Oh, wait, we're having dimensional issues. Dimensional issues. Like I said, Tom Hardy is one of the types of dudes that's not just playing a role, but he is like, he gets producer credit on this one. I think he even gets a writing credit or a story credit on this second movie. And he's very, very involved with the character, involved in the creative discussions before the movie comes out. An ambassador for the Venom brand outside of the films, wanting to just grow this thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's very, very involved in the film, right? And I think he's always wanted some kind of connection with the MCU. And, you know, this has been out there in the public for a while now, but we know more or less confirmed that Tom Holland did indeed shoot a scene for the first Venom movie. Okay, so this dude shot a scene for the first Venom movie, and apparently Marvel didn't like it or Feige didn't like it, and they took it out, okay? You know, Tom Hardy has been, you know, teasing a lot of different Spider-Man potential, right? He was in the Civil War Spider-Man costume on Twitter. He shared an image of Venom and fighting Spider-Man on his Instagram and then deleted it when it was all, you know, when all this spider mystery was going down, when the deal broke out, right? And so kind of what he's saying here to me, this seems like an upgraded version or like a 2.0 version of a lot of the statements that he's made in the past. But this seems like it's coming from a fucking educated perspective. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at what he says here, he says there's a Venom verse, you know, there's a Spideyverse or a Spider-Verse, there's a multiverse. So let's just unpack that, right? There's the Venom verse. I think he's referring to like the live action Venom movies and where that all takes place, and maybe, you know, Morbius and those kind of things are connected. There's a Spider-Verse. What is he talking about there? Is he talking about Into the Spider-Verse? And he's talking about literally like that multiverse and the different versions of Spider-Man. And then he's talking about the multiverse. That feels very interesting to me. Is he talking about Marvel? Is he talking about the MCU's multiverse? I don't know. It's interesting, but like even the separation of those different things to me, again, it just indicates that this dude is edumacated, right? He's talking about how there's all kinds of canon lore and mythology to explore, both laterally and forward in time. So what does that mean? I think like laterally, he's talking about like with Venom here and now, like where it's going in its own thing. And then forward in time, I think he's talking about like the future of Marvel, the future of Venom, like the big plan. He's basically talking about micro and macro, I think. I don't know for sure. That's just my speculation. He's talking about micro and macro, right? And he says with the right people and the right planning, we understanding that it's about making the right choice at the right time. That sort of, to me, feels like he's speaking to this thing of, hey, man, I always wanted Spider-Man, and I always wanted to be involved with Marvel, but maybe it just wasn't the right time. And now, like, I'm sort of understanding and realizing that there's a right time to do this sort of stuff, and I think we're kind of stepping into it. Even with foresight and understanding of where things may already go or where they wish to, it's a combination of all that alchemy of what it'll be. So I think that he's sort of talking about really what I think he's talking about. And again, this is heavy speculation, but he's talking about the MCU, what the MCU is doing and the multiverse that they are doing. And then he's talking about what Sony's doing and what they want to do. And then he's talking about like the alchemy of bringing those plans together and having those plans work out and making the right decisions in the right time, right? So it's really interesting, man. Again, we don't know, and we're not trying to spoil anything for Venom 2, the Venom 2 post-credit scene. Again, you don't have to know that post-credit scene to know that some of these other things are happening and being discussed and talked about, right? I guess the main question here, and this has been the question since the falling out of Tom Holland, you know, Tom Holland and Sony and Marvel and all of that, is Tom going to just go over into Sony now and hang out with Venom post whatever's going on with Marvel and his movie over there? So that is definitely a possibility. And what he's talking about with the timing and everything he's referring to here is like him basically saying, hey, man, we're going to go play over here for a little bit, you know, as him being Sony. We're going to play over here for a little bit. And then in Venom 3, yeah, man, like we might do the Spider-Verse thing in Venom 3, which would be absolutely wild. If Marvel is getting to play around with these characters, and basically, even though it's a Sony movie, you're bringing Sony characters into the MCU. Will we then see the reverse when some of those characters then go back over to Sony? Remember, Feige classically said Spider-Man's the only person that has the power to swing between multiverses. You know what I mean? Swing between multiverses. So let me just ask you that. Let me stop right there and ask the chat. And I see the super chats for sure. I will get into those in just a little bit here after I blurb for a little bit more. I want to know, would you guys be down with that if there's some Spider-Verse stuff, right? Like, let's just be real. We all think that's what's going to happen in No Way Home. We're getting some Spider-Verse type stuff happening, okay? And would you guys want... I hate, like, how... like crispy this camera is, because you can see like the sweat on my forehead, and it's just because of all these lights in this in the sun that's coming in. Chet doesn't have the heat well regulated in this room, and I hate it, and I frankly hate it. So I'm gonna take this flannel off. So would you guys want Spider-Verse to be a thing, and would you want it to go over and hang out with Venom? Yes or no? What would you want? Did you want that or not? Would that suck? And everybody's like, no, and they're all anti-Sony. Or are you like, nah, man, that would be cool. That could work. You tell me, yes or no. Do you want the Spider-Verse over doing stuff with Venom and Sony? You tell me. A lot of people say yes. Some people say no. Some people say yes. Honestly, wish they'd do a fresh take on Venom in the MCU. They could still have Tom Hardy. Yeah. Wow, so that's kind of surprising to me. That is kind of surprising to me. Hey, Dirty Nap, welcome back. Welcome back to the Nerd Avengers, bruh. Diamond tier badge, too. Amen. So that's kind of totally derailed the combo with the lighting. I know I did. I'm sorry. So that's kind of one option, right? I wouldn't hate it. I really wouldn't hate it. Like, if Tom is going to go over, Tom Holland, and play around in the Sony world with, like, Venom and all that stuff, I would really not mind if there was a Spider-Verse thing going on over there. As far as Marvel is concerned, we think in the MCU moving forward, there's going to be a lot of multiversal stuff. There's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff that's breaking and going crazy. And what I think will eventually lead us to Secret Wars. My hope for this, or like I guess my fanboy dreaming, would be we have Tom, if he has to go over there and play, then dude, do the other Spider-Man as well, because that would be awesome. Like I think it would be a huge mistake for Sony to not continue to do Spider-Verse stuff over with their movies. And I'm talking about the Into the Spider-Verse for sure, but I'm also talking about stuff in live action. Like Andrew, Toby, like sign the big bucks, like pay that man his money, bro. Pay them all their money, bro. And bro, it's no problem, bro. You pay them the money, bro. And then you get the Spider-Man over there. That's what I want. And then let them go do their thing. Deal with maybe Null, the Venom, the Symbiote God, deal with crazy multiversal Spider-Man villains, the Sinister Six throughout the multiverse or something. Like, do something like that. Shout out to Susan down in the lobby. Dude, what is going on here? Why am I sweating? I'm sweating so much. What is happening? I'm just trying to have a professional-ass stream. Chat, you got the heat up way too much in the fucking tower. Susan, you're not doing shit down there in the lobby. I swear to God. Anyway, I say pay these people their monies. And do some Spider-Verse stuff over there. Have some fun. Go crazy, because that way you can have a big draw, right, to a lot of the crazy Spider-Man stuff that'll be happening over there. You can have a big draw to that. And then you can still have Marvel doing its thing. No Spider-Man needed. It's an explanation for where Peter's at, right? So, like, the Avengers are like, well, where's Spider-Man at? Be like, well, he's hanging out with all those other Spider-Men over there in those Sony movies. It's going to be a couple of years before he comes back over here, right? Something like that could work. Let him go do his stuff. I'm sweating trying not to spoil Venom. Yeah, I guess that's a little true too, huh? I know, right? I'm nervous, dude. The Feige snipers are out, bro. Feige out here. He's like, I don't like you, son. Come here. And then he puts me in a headlock and gives me a noogie. Do you guys remember noogies? Is that a thing still? Anyway. So that's kind of my wish and something that would be dope. The other option, and look, here's the other ridiculous option. Drop in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you. Take your feet out of the heated massage tub. Yeah, probably should do that, but it's just so nice in the Polynesian spa for my feet. All right, I'm gonna try to get this comic drop real quick. The other option, and this would be absolute insanity, of course, and this is like I'm trying not to get bonered again, but this is really what I want. What I would ultimately want, and what would be the sickest thing possible, is if the folks over at Sony and Feige got together and they started talking about how you can pull all of this stuff together and have Null, the symbiote god, be the person that created one of the Necro swords, have that be a universal constant, something like what they're trying to do with like Sorcerer Supremes and the Scarlet Witch from different universes and stuff like that, right? And have Sony and Marvel play in the multiverse, do their own things, but ultimately have it be connected. Like, have it be connected. I think you could still do a version of Venom in the MCU, which would be awesome. That would be fantastic. But I don't know how much Sony really even wants that to be a thing. They are actually technically letting Feige use Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's sort of attached to this deal that they have together, right? So I don't know. Like, I would like that, and I think Feige could do an awesome Venom, but I don't know if that's going to be the reality. But if they could work it out to the way that Null or the symbiote god or just something to do with the symbiotes themselves is a constant between both of them, between what's going on at Sony and what's going on at Marvel, whew, that would be hype, dude. That would be crazy. And then if they must separate, have them link back up in Secret Wars. That's what I would want, is like the Sony dudes to come back into the MCU or into Battle World or whatever they would do for Secret Wars. That's what I would want. And so there you have like kind of the big main topic, guys. Like it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like, this is a very, very fun time to be a Spider-Man fan and to be to be a nerd. I said this yesterday, and we're not going to go spoilers here. We are definitely not going to go spoilers. But I said this yesterday, and I don't know. I kind of want to feel get a temperature of how you guys feel about this. I am trying to do my best here to talk about dope stuff and to get excited about stuff without like 100% spoiling things. But if Sony really didn't want people talking about this, why did they go out there and have the screenings with this scene attached to it? You know what I mean? Like, why would they do that? You know? I don't know. Flynn Hesmert, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Make your way around the tower. You'll have access to this room in the tower, the Nerd Vengers only spot. So get comfy. Watch out for Nikki. She's cool. She's nice, but she will shove you into trash cans and call you a shill. So look, it's all love over here in the tower, but you got to watch out for certain people. So, guys, not too much other news. We're going to get into Q&A in just a little bit, but I do want to say that we're going to be streaming at noon for the Nerd Vengers today, and we usually read some comics. I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the things that we're doing, like via Discord, etc., and we're going to read some comics. And here's one of the comics we're going to read today, and oh man, am I excited about this. Old Man Skywalker. Old Man Skywalker. Y'all ever hear about this? Y'all ever hear about this? Signed, by the way. We talked a little bit about this. So we're going to read that together. And I'm quite excited to get into that. So, yes, it's going to be fun. So yeah, that's the news. What the fuck? Whoa, what just happened? Did we go offline? What is happening? Did we go offline for a second? So sorry if we did. So sorry if we went offline, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry. Are we back? Are we back, chat? Are we good? It looks thin. It is thin. It's not a robust book. It's not a robust book, and it's smaller too. It's honestly it's like a fan. It's just like a fan fiction, basically. You know what I mean? It's not published anymore. I don't think he's reprinting it at all. He only did a certain amount of these. So yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. We are good. I'm gonna get ready for this drop. Guys, we're gonna get into Q&A in just a second here. Hang on now. Is this the first? This is it. The first appearance of Black Widow drops in about 2 minutes. Cool. Keep that going. All right, dope. Dope. I'm glad. Let's get those likes up, though, dude. We have less than 200 likes. What the mother-loving love of mothers is happening? What the heck? I know, the bloody lightsaber. What's the pinned comment about? Well, I'll unpin it now. It was all about the fact that we were going to go only into... Whoa. We were going to go only into members-only chat today because I was nervous that people would come in and just spoil the post-credit scene. I don't want people to just spoil the post-credit scene. You know what I mean? Just got the 6-month badge. Gosh, JM, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. By the way, we upgraded the alliance in Future Revolutions. Sorry, I'm trying to get this comic around quick. We updated that because we just got a couple of more slots. They might already be filled, so I don't know. But if you're playing Marvel Revolutions with us, we're doing good, man. That alliance is doing great. And yeah, we can talk more about that like on the gaming part of the Discord. I'm going to be doing a Movie Bros stream with Star Wars Theory later tonight, and then we're going to be playing some games. But I did want to sort of tease that if you're hanging out playing Warzone today, at some point I'm going to shift over and play a little Warzone to try to warm up for tonight. And I will let y'all know about that on the Discord. So if you're on the Discord, I'll go onto the like looking for group part of the Discord, and I'll be like, yo, anybody playing Warzone right now? Let's link up. Let's link up and do some Warzone. Because I'm not good at that game, bruh. Like, I'm not good at that game, bruh. Here, as I wait for this, let's listen to Robert Rodriguez talk about Book of Boba Fett. Oh, is this not working now? What the hell?
Link working.
No.
How young people are really taking over the planet, you know, in a great way with vision and reinvention and making great art, you know. So it was a real fun time.
Yeah, there's a lot
15
of
seconds.
New avenues that have opened up for a lot
15
of
seconds.
new creators
Apex or
and
bust? I'll play
which
some
is great.
Apex.
So being able to see everyone create something, no matter how big or small, is
5
great
seconds.
in
5
any
seconds. I'm trying to get this right now.
aspect,
I'm trying to get this right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
1
So
second.
in terms of the creative
Bam!
process behind
Gimme,
it,
gimme,
I spoke
gimme.
with Patrick yesterday about it a little bit. How did you guys all collectively together have the creative
Bruh,
input between
what
you,
is
Billy, and
happening?
Liz? How
It's
did
like
you guys
not
split
letting
that up?
me
Yeah, I mean, well,
pay for it.
originally,
This is that same
you
thing
know,
that happened
they
to
came
Kendall
us
the other
with,
day.
An idea, sort of a loose idea.
Dude,
So we
what?
had
It's
to,
not letting me
put
buy
together,
it.
knew the poll would be
It's not letting me
involved.
confirm the purchase.
We're
What
already
the
bringing
fuck?
on
It's
people
sold
to
out. What
shoot
the
that.
fuck?
I knew we wanted to have a reflecting pool. I started thinking about that more.
Do I have to like update the app or something? Like, what is going on, man? That's some garbage. That's some garbage. I'm not happy about that. I mean, I can't like really complain because I have one of the rarest comics on VV, but like, holy shit! Ha 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 ha! Nice, Veed. Yo, we should do something like that. That's another thing. Like, I know some people are like, dude, you took the Discord coin away, and like, we're not gambling. Like, how are we supposed to make? Bro, we have plans. We have plans. We have plans on plans. Trust me. And you're gonna want that sweet, juicy nerd coin. You're gonna want it. And we're gonna do fun ways to get it. So just relájate, mi amigo. Relájate. Wait. Okay, let's shift into Q&A, guys. If you got a super chat, something you really want me to answer, throw it in as a super chat. We will get into that. But if you don't have any loot, don't worry about it, you know? Oh, and you know what I should say, too? The stream is brought to you today by Surfshark VPN. And you must click the affiliate link that is in the description. If you use the code NERDS, you'll still get 83% off and 3 months free. But it won't show up as us sending you there if you don't click the affiliate link. So, if you already have Surfshark, delete it, delete your account, delete everything, and then use the link. Do it all over again. If you don't have a VPN, you're screwing up. And if you have ExpressVPN, you should probably know that they just got caught for selling everyone's nudes or something. Look, I don't know exactly what the story was, but they're in trouble. So don't use them. Use Surfshark and use our affiliate link. Do it. Do it now. And the stream is also brought to you by the lovely people in chat that you see with a badge next to their name, the Nerd Vengers, the greatest online community that there is. Join today to get access to the Nerd Vengers only streams, the Nerd Vengers parts of the tower, behind the scenes streams and videos. 20% off of our merch in the Teespring store. Sweet, juicy nerd coin. Sweet, juicy love, emojis, special badges, and you feel a little bit taller. Unless you're too tall and you want to feel shorter, and then you feel shorter. Angelo says with a $2 holla, got my Venom tickets. Hopefully 1.5 hours is enough. You know, I heard, and I don't have exact confirmation on this. I heard that was the time without credits, man. I think that it's not actually going to be just an hour and a half. It's going to be an hour and a half of movie and then credits, including a post-credit scene that's going to blow your mind. So, yeah, I'm into it, man. I think it'll be enough. Will says with a $2 holla, stopping by to say what's up. See you on the replay. Will, shout out to you if you're watching this on the replay. Hope you're having a good day, man. Hope everything is Gucci for you over there. Much love, man. Much love. Dang it. Why does this change every time I click off of it? Trev says with a $5 holla, everything leads into the Spider-Verse sequel and its inclusion in the MCU multiverse. Yeah, that's actually probably the way that they're going to go. And that could totally explain, like, what he is talking about there. And, like, what I was saying before was, like, his answers are so much more educated than they were before. Instead of just saying, like, I'd love to see Venom fight the Avengers. My man's talking about the Venomverse, Spideyverse, and the multiverse. You know what I mean? He's talking about plans, timing, alchemy. Bruh, come on, man. My man's been in some meetings. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I think that you could be onto something there, Trev. And what a way to elevate Into the Spider-Verse, too. Because even though Into the Spider-Verse is considered this great movie, I actually think it's the best Spider-Man movie ever made. That's right, I said it. Let me take a sip of the coffee while you all consider that point and freak out. I repeat, I think it's the best Spider-Man movie ever made. But it actually didn't make that much money, like compared to some other big animated movies and compared to other huge movies. Even Venom. Like Venom did about double its gross or whatever. In fact, let's see. Let's check it out. Let's check the worldwide box office Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, guys, it made $375 million, which nowadays would be considered a gosh dang miracle. But in the previous box office, it's good, but it's not like a smash hit, right? So you really want to see that hitting like in the 4s, the 5s, 600 milli would be nice back then, you know. I wonder what you look at now. I'm still a little confused at what the new normal is for box offices, right? But regardless, what a better way to hype up the second film, right? To get people really excited for the second one and to have it pop off, you know, even more so than the first one did. Kendall says, is he trying to make me go see the movie? No hate, just don't feel it's worth a trip to the movies. By the way, in the hospital waiting on the little sensei. Oh, man, congratulations, brother. Congratulations, man. Ah, dude, that is so cool, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the lady. I'm happy for the fam. I hope everything goes well. Everybody's healthy. And yeah, man, thanks for being a part of this community, man, and being a part of my life, man. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. So much love, man. And can we get some love out for Trinity too? Trinity's in the hospital too, not for a good reason. So let's get some love in the chat for Trinity, you know. Hope he's all right, man. Hope he's all right. Cole Wallace says with a $5 holla, hey, Josh, is there any way we can get you and Theory to run through the MCC and 5, sadly, together to play Infinite together? Love to see it. I'd love to. Theory, he likes Halo, but he says he's, like, really bad at Halo. So I don't know, man. Like, maybe we can get him to play either some Halo or Apex or something tonight, but we're probably going to start with Call of Duty because I think that's like his game. That's like what he plays or whatever. So, like I said, I'll do a couple of warm-up games or whatever later, maybe with some of y'all. But I'd like that. We just got to see like what he would be doing. And also, I'm gonna talk to him today. I'm gonna try to get this to be kind of like a thing where Thursday nights we do movie bros and then we do some gaming. That would be better for me actually, because then I could get like a little bit more rest for the watch parties, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, maybe like I'm gonna see if like Thursday nights we can do a movie bros stream, and then like after that do a gaming stream where like I'll fire up a stream here, he'll fire up a stream on Theories Arcade, and then we'll game together. But we'll have both streams, going like most streamers when they collaborate, right? So that's kind of what I'm hopeful for tonight, and maybe we'll make it into a tradition. You know what I mean? A traditional thing or whatever. So let's see here. Sinister Gains with a $3 hello says, I spilled my drink and Susan won't clean it up. Susan. Woosah. I'll call down. I'll go down there after the stream, man. I'll give her a piece of my mind. You know what I mean? There's a lot of changes and stuff. We need to pull together as a team here. And honestly, she's been kind of a horrible employee the entire time. RJ Brendo with a $5 hello says, as long as we get one Guardians of the Galaxy film with Venom directed by James Gunn, I'm in. That would be cool, man. I mean, he is a big part of the Guardians run for a while, man. Agent Venom was a big part of it, and you learn a lot about the Clintar, their planet, and all that stuff with Venom hanging out in the Guardians. And I love that first scene where because Tony was hanging with the Guardians for a little bit, and then he wants to send an Avenger to be on the Guardian squad, and he picks Flash. You know what I mean? He picks Flash Thompson. So, because it wasn't Eddie at that time. I think it was Flash. And then, like, Eddie's was anti-Venom, and then his journey becomes all crazy and stuff, too. So, Matthew K. with a very generous $10 hello says, most intriguing rather than most anticipated movie/series coming in the next year and a half. So many options. But in terms of what the heck is going to happen here, I think Lord of the Rings might take the cake. Thoughts? Yeah, I would agree, just because of the IP, the money involved, crazy money involved in that show. There's been some crazy rumors about the show. That always adds into the intrigue, where you're like, hey, man, are they going to Game of Thrones this? Are they going to make Tolkien's world full of sex and violence? I don't know. So there's a lot of reasons that show could pop off, at least as far as like what the heck is going on. I will just say too, and obviously like I'm a little bit biased here, but I think the Secret Invasion show is going to blow people away. I think people are not really prepared for how big that show's going to be. But if you just pay attention to some of the news here and there that's coming out about it, it's crazy, bro. Like bro, it is crazy, bro. Like they're just, yeah, it's going to be nuts. So that's kind of my pick, but yeah, I think the Lord of the Rings thing is big as well for sure. So I'm actually going to pull this over and put that there. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got? Who do we got next? Aiden with a $5 hello says, I think Sony knew what they were doing. They knew people would talk about it, and it'll get more people to go watch the movie that wouldn't have before. I tend to agree. And honestly, like even us talking about it here, like we're not really like spoiling anything, we're not putting it out there, but like people know it's a thing, bro. Like I've been talking to people about it that haven't seen it or heard about it or whatever. And like we're all having this kind of weird game of telephone, like secret conversation about it. And like people are hyped, man. Look, I know there's a lot of people that are not hyped about it, and the idea of Sony and Marvel having any kind of connective tissue or doing any of that, there's a contingent of fans, and I thought Ryan was one of them. I saw Ryan in chat a little bit earlier, and he seemed like he was pumped about stuff, but Ryan used to be one of those guys that was like so anti-Sony. You know what I mean? Like so anti-Sony, and I think there's a few people out there that are a little upset about that for sure. Do a Game Bros channel, bro, it is hard enough to do my 2 channels and Movie Bros, bro. Bro, like we're doing streaming, bro. Like we do a lot, and honestly, I'm working on even more stuff, and I don't have all that time, brother. You know what I mean? I'd love it if the days were 40 hours long. I would totally do it. I would just take naps, and I would just make content, do gaming. I wish I could game way more, bruh. Like, for real, I would get on here and game every morning. I would. Like, I'd get on here and I'd game every morning. But unfortunately, that's not the way it shook out for me, you know? That's not the way it shook out for your boy. Now, I got to talk about dope, nerdy things, which, don't get me wrong, that's kind of more of my thing, and I'm probably better at that than gaming anyway. But, you know, and then we got to watch the tower. We got to make sure people like Nikki aren't throwing the new people into trash cans, you know? So, look, there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to do, you know what I mean, around here. So, let's see here. Grady Edwards with a $5 holler says, it's more likely Holland appears in a Venom film than Hardy appearing in an MCU Spider-Man film, in my opinion. Tech, Hardy would be MCU. Don't think, technically Hardy would be MCU. Don't think Feige association. Yeah, but I think Feige's loosening up a little bit about that. For real. And I think that a lot of, like, I think back to, like, the Olivia Wilde comments, right? Where she was talking about Feige coming after her with a pew-pew because of her talking about Spider-Woman. And I'm like, bro, like, why is that? What? How? Why? Feige should have nothing to do with that. But he does. What's going on there? You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of connection between Sony and Marvel. And I'm hoping, and I think the best hope for fans, really, is that they've figured it out in a way that we can all get some really fun stuff, man. You know what I mean? That we can all get some really fun stuff. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But I see your point, Grady. Moon Arc with a $2 holler says, bro, take my money, bro. Bro, just take money. Thanks, man. Damian Stitchman says, yo, Josh, do you play Splitgate? I have not played Splitgate. I have not. But I'd like to. That seems fun. Maybe we get theory on that. We could be like, yo, but it feels a little Halo. You know what I mean? It feels a little Halo to me, right? So I don't know. We'll see. Max Ross with a very generous $10 holler says, I'm at work. My phone switches to the stream in my pocket as I'm going into the bathroom and blast, Susan, you fucked up again. Yo, that's awesome. Locking myself in and listening to nerdy news forever now. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, well, you know, I don't think the job's going to get in the way anymore. Oh, man, that's funny, bro. That's so funny, bro. Bro, that's funny. But for real, thanks for the support, man. I hope you're doing well. Big Stevie says, I finally got one with a $5 holler. Bro. Okay, I love Vivi, obviously. I love what they're doing, but there's less than 600,000 people even on Vivi right now, and it's growing every day, right? So the concern is, y'all better figure that shit out, because I need to get these dope-ass NFTs too. Like, I cannot not get this shit. Like, I logged in. Like, that was ridiculous. This is the same thing that happened to Kendall. Bro, Kendall, tell me. This is what happened to you, right? You logged in, and then when you went to click, like, buy, it brings up a thing, and there's no option to even confirm your payment. Like, it must just be a glitch. You know what I mean? It's got to be. And that's super frustrating. So maybe I got to update the app or something. I don't know. I'll try to do something like that. But, dude, that feels bad, man. It feels bad to miss that drop. It really does. Anyway. How can I with all your coffees and all the trash cans that I throw people in, Mike Carter? Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, the coffees at least, they soften the blow for people. Right. RF Gaming Channel with a $2. I got one. My first NFT. Bro, that's sweet, man. That is awesome. The first one I got was that Spider-Man, and I think I paid like either 20 or 40 for it. And I thought it was just so cool, man. And like, you know, some of this stuff too, like just in collecting in general, like the secondary market decides like what the value of the thing is on that market, right? In its externality, or that's up to the market. But your own personal value that you attribute to something, like some of the first Magic cards that I have, they're not worth much, but they're my favorite. You know, some of the Hero Clicks that I have, they're not really worth much, but they're my favorite. This common actually will probably still accrue value, and maybe a lot of value over time. If you got a common, maybe you got something really, really rare. But either way, man, like sometimes just getting like your first one of something, or your first experience in a thing, like it matters and it means something and it's awesome. So that's dope, man. I'm happy for you. Keaton Haas with a $5 holla says, I'm excited to hear what the Book of Boba music will sound like. Have you heard anything? Maybe Ludwig Göransson. Honestly, I haven't really heard much about like the music side of things, right? A lot of that stuff, because I think it gets made after the fact. Sometimes it'll get made before and like inform the scene, but most of the time that's something that's made in post, or that's added in post. I don't know. It's funny you say that, Keaton. Now that I think about it, like, that's really not something that scoopers and insiders really talk much about, huh? Kind of interesting. Ludwig Göransson is an absolute G, though. So I'm excited to see whatever he does, man. So, yeah. Mike Motherflippin' Porter says, no details, but what's happening is exciting. I'm so excited. I'm worried about my health. LOL. MC rules. Phase 4 or bust. MC is your daddy. Love you. Love you right back, Mike. Yeah, there's a lot of very exciting stuff. There's a very exciting stuff that comes back, or that's happening right now, and it does kind of make you think, like, bruh, like, when are we gonna sleep? You know, there's some thoughts like that. Next week, for instance, is going to be insane. So the watch party, like, we're gonna start with What If. Just because we've been doing that for weeks and weeks and weeks. So we'll do a What If watch party, and then we're going to go right into a Star Wars Visions watch party. And that Visions watch party is going to be long, bro. And so then the noon, nice, Brandon. I'm glad. Happy birthday, bro. The noon is going to be, that noon stream is going to be nuts. Like, we're going to talk about What If, but then we're going to also talk about Visions. So that's going to be a really crazy stream as well. And that's just exhausting. That's going to be an exhausting night and day. You know what I mean? But I'm here for it. Like, I'm so excited for Visions. And, you know, I don't want to say I've heard things that are like mixed on it. I think people that really don't like anime, or that aren't really that into anime, they might not like it. And there might be a contingent of Star Wars fans that's not feeling Visions because of some of the anime tropes and stuff like that. But by and large, I think a lot of us, there's overlap, right? Like, there's a lot of overlap in this community in particular of anime fans and Star Wars fans and all that. You know what I mean? Oh, Dodds, thanks so much, brother. So I'm pumped. Like, I'm excited, but Mike is right. Like, we gotta watch our health. That's why we need to get Trinity back to health, and make sure he's okay, so he can start doing fitness things in the tower. You know, keeping us in shape. A fitness program at Nerdvengers Tower. Maybe a stationary bike. Maybe not an actual moving bike. You know, maybe a stationary bike would be better for my man. You know, so just a joke. Angelo says, platinuming PS4 Spidey, rewatching the 90s show too. Oh, that's some good Spidey love right there, bruh. The 90s show. We got to do a watch party where we go crazy on cartoons, man. Like, I want to, there's just so much fun. Again, there's not enough time in the day, but I'd love to do a watch party with y'all, go through the 90s Spider-Man show again, you know, go through the 90s X-Men show. Dude, that 90s X-Men show slaps. Like, it's hard. I'd love to be able to do that, you know? Just not enough time in the day, bros. Maybe we'll figure something like that out. Monarch with a $5 holla says, my personal source, who is 70% right of the time, told me there's going to be 5 new shows announced Disney Plus Day. What do you think they are? Take my money. I don't know, but I've been hearing some weird things, man. Been hearing some weird things. I think that it's going to be big, though. What is that, November 12th? November 12th, is that when they do that? All this stuff's like right around the corner. I cannot freaking believe. Honestly, it kind of blows me away where we are at and how much fun stuff is coming up, you know what I mean? So, thank you for that, bro. I don't really have a guess on that, Monarch, and I don't really necessarily want to guess in case I say something I shouldn't. Chris19 with a $5 holla says, none of my friends believe the Andrew and Toby rumors and even think the Andrew interview was normal and honest. Josh, will everything be okay? Yeah, dude, everything's gonna be fine. How about this? I'll do you guys. I'll make a statement right here and right now. Okay, I'll make a statement right now. If there's no Andrew or Toby in No Way Home. I will shave my head. Yeah, that's right. If there's no Andrew or Toby in Spider-Man No Way Home, and you need both of them, if it doesn't happen, I'll shave my head. That's what I'll do. So there you go, Chris. It's going to be okay. Grady Edwards with a $5 holla says, I hope there is a scene with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man unmasked in a car with Kirsten Dunst No Way Home saying, get the fuck out of here. Wait, what? Get the F out of the way. I can't see. Am I missing some context? Is that in one of the movies? Grady, why do I feel so dumb? Grady. Grady. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Grady? I don't understand. I must be missing some context. The Exodus says, doesn't Marvel and Sony share Spider-Woman's rights? It's kind of, yes. So technically, all of the books, and this is the same thing with the scrolls. It's really stupid. But all of the books that have her as an Avenger or like a member of Hydra, like all that stuff, absent of her hanging out with Spider-Man and doing Spider-Man things, all of those are fine. Marvel can use those. They can't use any of the Spider-Man stuff. So in the same way that the scrolls, and this one's going to blow you away. This is some fucking enlightening shit. When it comes to the scrolls, Marvel's allowed to do scrolls of, well, now they can do X-Men scrolls and they can do Avenger scrolls, but they cannot do a scroll. They cannot do a scroll for Spider-Man characters, right? And before the X-Men deal, they couldn't do any X-Men scrolls either, right? And so the Super Scroll, who had all the power of the Fantastic Four, Marvel was not able to do before they bought it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What is happening here? I'm afraid to look at the chat and see what everybody's saying. Okay, but yeah, so that's how that works. Big Stevie W, is the Spider-Man the one I got from the Nerd Coin store? You can have it back for $500. No, I still wait. Is it? Are you talking about? Ah, shit. You got the Spider-Man? Did you get the Spider-Man? No, you got the model, right? Yeah. No, I still have one. I still have one of those. I bought 2 or 3 of those when they first came out. So, no. You have. I tell you what, though, Steve, that might have been before I figured out the minting numbers, and you might have got the best minting numbers, bruh. You might have got the better minting number, which I'm a little salty about. We can trade them back if you want. Brandon Voss says, I get to enjoy my birthday morning with your content today. Thank you, brother. Happy birthday. Extra special. You know? And if they don't, just yell at them and be like, it's my birthday. And then they'll have to. Very generous $20 holla from Dodd's View says, haven't been able to super chat in forever, so here we go. Also, just got my first NFT, I think, on Vivi. Thanks for the great stream and take my money. Happy Thursday, Nerd Avengers. Well, Dodds, thank you so much for that, man. Hope you like the NFT. Hope you like it. Hope you're feeling the vibe. Jedi Jen with a $5 holla says, anime and Star Wars, let's go. Take my money. Thank you, Jedi Jen, and I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm gonna have a blast with you guys next week, man. Like, and so I guess you'll have options, right? Like, you'll have options as a Star Wars fan, you know? I think Theory will be probably doing his, like, right away. He's going to get into Visions. We'll start, for us, we're going to start with What If, and then we'll do that. We'll talk about What If a little bit. Then I'm probably going to, like, turn that stream off and have another one pop right up that's for Visions, and then we'll get into a watch party of Visions together. But, yeah, I'm excited. Like, I think each one's around 15 minutes, right? Each episode, and there's what, 6 or 8 of them? How many are there? How many? Somebody tell me. He kept talking like nothing happened. I'm gonna look at the chat. I'm looking at the super chats. Everybody relax. Jeez, Veed. Jeez, man. Jeez. That's a funny chat. Keaton Haas says you got to shave the beard too. Oh man, look, this might be a crappy, patchy beard, but it's my beard, and I'll never shave it. And I'd rather have this thing slapped across my face than if I look. Here's what would happen if I shaved this beard. I was offline. What? I was offline? For real? Again? What is happening? What is going? Is that a JoJo reference? What slapped across your face? Damn, dude. What is happening? Shave your head. Josh, they sniped you out? Jeez. Okay. Take the eyebrows too? Damn, man. Y'all are savage. Y'all are savage. Thought you died? Nah, I'm cool, I think. To be honest, I don't even know anymore. Pork Chop says with the $5 holla, Josh confirmed as the male Squirrel Girl adaptation in the MCU. That true? Dude, 100%. I'm actually the male Squirrel Girl Punisher. Squirrel Punisher. That's my name. Squirrel Punisher. It's worse than it sounds. Wax yo chest? No thanks, dog. That would hurt real bad. Beard gives the iconic look, bruh. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. Shave one eyebrow? Dude, y'all are crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Josh has to wax his chest live on stream? Oh, fuck, dude. No thanks. We getting that Warzone dub tonight. Tease up. By the way, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. I saw you take the plunge earlier today. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers, my friend. And yeah, dude, we're going to get that dub, hopefully. Y'all going to have to carry. I feel like I'm going to be like Weekend at Bernie's, but it's like Warzone with Josh. Weekend at Bernie's me, because I ain't doing shit. I'll fire a couple of shots. That's about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, the main point of the stream, guys, the main thing that we've arrived at is I will be playing the Squirrel Punisher in the MCU moving forward. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, Simu Liu said that Feige called him when he got the role of Shang-Chi, right? And he said, your life is going to change forever. Your life's about to change forever. He gave me a similar call, and he said, your life's about to not change that much, but would you want to be Squirrel Punisher? And I was like, yeah, all right. All right. I think on that note, we'll call it for this stream. Much love to everybody. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be live in about a half hour with the members. If you're a Nerd Venger member, check out the community tab here on this channel or the Discord so that you get access to that stream. We'll be reading some comics together, and we will be reading Old Man Skywalker. Look at how bloody it is. Look at how bloody it is. I'm excited. I'm pumped. So we'll read through this. It'll be a short read. Yeah, man. Super fun. It's not even really dialogue, so it's just cartooning. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, so we'll do that. And I don't know. There may be a video later today. There may not be a video today. If the news is really light, I might just focus on some of the Discord stuff that I've been working on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Much love to all of you Nerd Vengers. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Did everybody go? Is everybody gone? Man, I'm just saying, I hope I don't completely embarrass myself on Warzone. You know, these things happen. This is what happens in modern games. Like, you get a little rusty, but the curve is so crazy. Like, people are just sweats. And so the sweats keep getting better. And then you take a little time off and you're like, man, bro, I'm getting crushed in this game, bro. I don't like to lose. So, all right. Take care, guys.